So I asked the E King this morning. A lot of people have been sending me stuff about what is it, Rashad Jamal, and I've never seen him. I went and looked over some of his stuff, and I guess he's more for the Zillennials because he talks a lot of different points. Some of them is just kind of rehash from things that I've heard in the past. Um, you know, Being around quote unquote conscious circles. And then some of it is his opinion. And some of it is there's truth to some and there's opinion. It's a lot of things mixed up together. So I've come to the conclusion that no, he's not for me, quote unquote, but he's obviously here for another group of individuals. So that's fine. But I wanted to know, is it true, about the circumstances? Was he falsely imprisoned or whatever? A lot of you young people do follow him. And I want to say that you have to start depending more on divination and these tools that are out here because they can kind of like pretty much give you confirmation as to one way or the other if something happened. Because, that's a serious charge. I heard he was charged with something that had to do with children, and those are serious charges. So you always want to at least divine first because the children become first before any of this information, any a person or whatever. The children always come first. So I did divine, and I got hexagram 56, which is the wanderer, into hexagram 3, right? And as the final, and hexagram 3 is it's called difficult beginnings, right? So already off the top of my head, it looks like this is a complicated situation. Hexagram 56 could refer to someone who is outside of the norm, the seeker of knowledge with other seekers of knowledge. You know what I mean? I kind of call hexagram 56 in my head like the five of clubs, right? And the five of clubs, because it's outside of the fringe, usually brings circumstances that are different, like conspiracy theories and stuff like that, right? And now, ironically, here's this man caught up in a conspiracy, right? And the conspiracy is to quote unquote maybe to tarnish his name. And another thing I want to add to is that with all of this, you got to add something to this, and that's spiritual grounding. I don't know what he has spiritual grounding. If he has initiation, I don't think so. But that's why initiation and spiritual protection is really important when you step into this arena because, yeah, you say some things, people, plot against you. And sometimes it's not quote unquote the government. Sometimes it's just your own people. But so the I Ching said that the initial hexagram number 56, which is the wanderer, suggests that there is an element of uncertainty and instability around Rashad Jamal's situation. It indicates he may find himself in unfamiliar territory and experiencing challenges that force him to adapt and explore new paths. The change in lines further highlight. So that's what this is about. The hexa, you got to understand, there's always a spiritual thing behind everything. And things oftentimes happen to get you to switch up your thing. You know what I mean? And to also focus on you and your own spiritual protection. Meanwhile, then you can go out and share information and stuff like that, but you got to start with you first. So line 1 says, this line suggests that Jamal may be feeling isolated and misunderstood in his current circumstances. It advises him to stay true to himself and not compromise his beliefs. Line 3 says, this line signifies a period of transition and wait and change for Jamal. It encourages him to embrace new perspectives and seek guidance from reliable sources. It also warns against impulsive actions and potential for misunderstanding. Line 4. This line indicates a need for patience and perseverance. It advises Jamal to maintain his integrity and trust that truth will eventually reveal itself. It also suggests that he may receive unexpected support from others who recognize his innocence. Line 5. This line suggests that Jamal's situation will gradually improve, although it may involve some setbacks and obstacles. It advises him to remain resilient and adaptable. Line 6. This line signifies a potential resolution and victory for Jamal. It suggests that truth will prevail and he will be vindicated. However, it also warns him to be cautious and not let his emotions cloud his judgment during the process. The resultant hexagram is number 3, which is difficulty in the beginning. This outcome suggests that while Jamal may face initial hardships and challenges, he has inner strength and determination to overcome them. It advises he maintain a positive mindset and persevere, as this difficult period will ultimately lead to growth and success. So, in summary, the I King's response indicates that Rashad Jamal may have been falsely imprisoned due to his views. It acknowledges that the uncertainty and instability around this situation, but encourages him to stay true to himself and trust that the truth will prevail. The outcome suggests that although he may face difficulties initially, he has the inner strength to overcome them and achieve success. So, I would say that the I King is saying that he is likely innocent of what he's been accused of, and but he is in fact going through a spiritual challenge to encourage growth and a shift of path or a shift of destiny within him, likely to be more cautious and also to think about himself in his own spiritual journey while he's trying to awaken others. So, that's it in a nutshell. So it does look like he may be innocent, or he is innocent. And there's a lot of y'all young folks standing by him, which provoked me to look deeper into the situation, because a lot of y'all are really adamant about, about him, and you want to see him free. Peace.